you for having me.
As you can see from the MBS record, the unemployment share is across the nation, across states, and expect that with a central figure of 23.1% at the national level. In your view, what is responsible for high unemployment in Nigeria?
Basically, you know that not only in Nigeria, it's a global issue. But coming down, talking about our own peculiar issue here, I think there is no funding. And our educational system has to be reprogrammed. And when you see most Nigerians coming out of university, they are not prepared for this. There is no kind of transition from school to work. And in some cases, most of our youths, they have a problem of lack of experience. You see, and the job, there's a kind of mismatch. People are asking you to have 3 years minimum experience to get into a job, and you don't have it. And then most of the trainings you have is just a theory. You can't practice what you have learned. And another thing, those who are out there who are already unemployed and they're trying to come up with some ideas of getting their grooves right, there's no funding. Because we have, a situation whereby people are coming up with ideas. They want to set up their own company. They want to be their own employers. But there's no funding to start it. And then when you talk about go back to farm, it sounds good. But then the kind of farming the young people want to do, we are not experiencing it. Now, if you set up a farming estate, for instance, if you are talking about farming as a good way to set up a farming estate. Let there be tractors, let there be all this equipment that will be used. You can have a kind of e-farm, call it that kind of name, e-farm, whereby most young people will go into the farm. Let's make it more attractive. That is, this farmland, maybe 5 acres, 10 acres, is yours for 25 years. You can pay it back. Then you give them, not everybody there that will be farmers. You have people who are marketing consultants as well, or marketing graduates who will be marketing the products. You have the production engineers who will be producing from the raw material. So you create an enclave for this kind of project, and then you fund them. A young man who is just coming out of the university, who is just about 26, 25, he knows that by the time he's 50, he will have paid up. And then he has a single-digit loan to pay all these things, and he's selling. So he will be interested to go into farming. It's not just going to farming where you don't have land, and where you have a land, the land will be taken away from you. These are some of the solutions where we have to look into. And he is not going to miss anything, because in the farm or in the estate, the so-called e-farm estate, there is internet as well, there is light, there's everything he needed. So he's going to get married. By the time of 28 or 29, he's married, he's got his children, they can be the partners that he needs. And a lot of people will go in there. There will be a kind of enclave to start a good business. Now, coming back to the innovation and technology, most of the universities don't even have a kind of a place whereby they can teach the innovation and the technology we're talking about. I don't know what the principle or what the policy the government has about this innovation technology, but let me tell you something. Most Nigerian youths now, they're coming out of the university to becoming a graduate driver. I don't have anything against that, for goodness sake, no. But a situation whereby after 4 years or 7 years, you come out to be an Uber driver or Taxify driver or whatever, you begin to see that something is wrong. Most guys will now be saying, why didn't I go to a driving school after GSS or SS3? So now we are beginning to see most young people are regretting even going to the university. And those who have gone to the university trying to do something, they don't have funding. Take, for instance, now, you have Jumia that has just recently been listed in the New York Stock Exchange. Why can't they get listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange? So you have a lot of people that are thinking that, listen, maybe this is not even a place for me. It's sad to see how people live in this country and trying to get something that the government of this country can prepare a policy, not really employing all the graduates. That's not what we're saying. But there's no point approving so many universities whereby they are not looking at what is going on. And then you have to look at it as chambers of commerce and industry. They have to review and to be sitting down. It's not just enough sitting down and having brainstorming and whatever you call it. There are so many summits and whatever in this country. We talk too much, but we have to begin to see the practicality to make our youths employable. Those are the kind of things.
Without trying to cut in so many times, one of the things you've raised here is capital for whatever it is that you want to do at the end of the day. Now, when you look at some of the states in the oil-rich states, reported some of these numbers that are not quite pleasant, which you can say economic viability, they should be doing better. What do you think was responsible? Are you surprised with the numbers when it comes to the oil-rich states?
You see, the youths have to take
just shifting attention to that direction.
Yeah, I'm telling you, in all those places, you see recently what's coming out from NDDC, there's corruption. There's bad management. A situation whereby you have money being given, we said the government has to give, okay, they now give you in that area, and you are managing it, in a way that is so much of a concern to ordinary citizens.